you're very welcome to Dunboyne College of Further Education Open Night for 2022. This is going to be our business presentation, where we're going to take you through many of our business, accounts and information processing courses that we have here on offer here in the college. So whether you're tuning in tonight from Meath, Dublin, Kildare, Westmeath, Offaly, Cavan or further afield, we thank you for the opportunity to visit your homes virtually this evening to present all these course options and progression routes to you. I want to thank our team here in the college, Hilda and our events team, for making this presentation possible, and particularly to Rob, Susan and Ronan and our media team who allow us to have this presentation beamed into your home tonight. My name is Dennis Leonard. I'm the principal here in Dunboyne College, and on behalf of all the staff, we welcome you to this particular online presentation. For the second year in a row, we've had to go online due to COVID, but we're hoping that later on in April of this year, we'll have an open afternoon here where you can actually come in and meet many of the business and IT and various faculties here by coming into the room, talking to the lecturers and looking at what's on the course, and also talking to our guidance counsellors about the progression options that are available. There's a huge demand for our courses now, and this open night will present many of the courses that have been in high demand for many, many years. We also have presentations later on tonight about our pre-university courses and our IT and computer and design courses. Last night you heard about health, science and services. All of these presentations, if you miss anything tonight or want to visit another one of the faculties, are all available on our Open DCFE website, opendcfe.ie. Dunboyne College of Further Education is a great learning environment, and it also has very much a family atmosphere. Student support from experienced tutors is there, our learning support, our academic support, and teachers teach in their field of expertise. Very high quality teaching both on and off campus, both in person and remote. The college has a great track record since 2003, and we have an outstanding relationship with many employers in the area, but also with many of our local third-level institutions like Maynooth University, the Technical University for Dublin, DCU and others around the country. In the past week, we have featured in the Irish Independent, the Irish Times, and in many radio stations who have highlighted the great progression routes that are available from further education into higher education in general, but from Dunboyne College in specifically, where over 90% of our students who actually complete a full award with us actually go on to receive a CAO offer. And over 90% of the students who finish with us every year, within a few months of graduating, are either in a job of their choice in a field that they want to pursue, or they're heading towards third level in the autumn. On the 20th of December, a few weeks ago, we had a very important announcement here from Minister Simon Harris. Ministers Helen McEntee and Damien English accompanied him, as he told us that we're going to become the FET College of the Future first design option in terms of a purpose-built building that will be built here in Dunboyne College for the FET College of the Future. And this will be the prototype for other FET colleges of the future around the country. We have over 60 courses here. They're at least level 5 and level 6. Every course leads to progression routes to universities and ITs. We have direct links to all of them. We also have a pre-employment program where you actually go out on work experience and get a sense of what that job will be like working away on the ground. Statistically, QQI students are more focused, they have excellent retention at third level, and they perform extremely well academically. The progression routes are so many compared to what was there years ago, and the flexible options in Dunboyne in September allow you to get exactly into the right faculty for yourself so that you can optimise those progression options when you fill in the CAO the following January. Another great feature about further education is dropout rates are very low for people who complete a course here in Dunboyne College first and then go on to Maynooth or TU Dublin or Trinity or any of the other universities around the country, because you re-choose it when you move on to third level from here. Less than 3% dropout rate is the result. It can be up to 10% for those who go directly from the Leaving Cert, and it can be 20% plus from those who go in through the IOTs. We had fantastic offers this year. The CEO figures were just out a few weeks back, and we discovered that over 400 of last year's group actually received offers into third level, 350, one of them at level 8. And we had offers 115 to Maynooth University, 39 to DCU, 21 to UCD, 12 to Trinity, 186 to the TU for Dublin, 22 to Dundalk, 31 to Athlone, and double-digit entries all around the country in places from Cork, Limerick, Tralee, Galway, Letterkenny, etc. Many of our students who come here go directly into industry, in healthcare, childcare, animal care, many IT and office courses. They go directly into industry a few months after leaving here. Many are employed directly from our courses. But also our courses here give you important skills for life and for further education. You learn how to research, you learn how to reference, you learn how to do a bibliography, you learn how to navigate the many Moodle platforms that are around, the online platforms like Moodle that many of the universities would use. You learn how to follow up on your research and put your theory into practice. You take responsibility for your own learning. It's very much your own learning plans that you work through in a self-directed learning way. A PLC course is a great bridge to whatever you want to do, and it can take the stress out of a difficult year when you're worried about Leaving Cert and online learning and predictive grades or whatever goes with it. This can take the stress out of it by having an offer in your back pocket from Dunboyne College in January, February, March of that year, knowing that as you head into the Leaving Cert, you have another option to get to your chosen destination. So further education provides you with that clarity and that opportunity. And at the end of the year, very often students will come back and tell us it's the best decision they ever made. If you go on our website, dunboynecollege.ie, and you click on our newsletter, there's a new one out just this week, and it shows the wealth of activities that go on here during the year that you spend here. Theme weeks, fundraisers, a very active student council, a green campus. We have trips to Exeter, Barcelona, and other destinations in Europe through our Erasmus programs. We run a very important scholarship program and many sporting and cultural activities. So our newsletter will show you all of them. In terms of interview and registration, what happens is it's free to apply. You can apply online now on dunboynecollege.ie. Just click the red box that says apply now when you go on our website. Some of our courses, including business itself, are actually on the CAO website this year. So if you go onto CAO, they will take you through the process as well. But you'll always find us on dunboynecollege.ie. Once you upload your information, you can also upload a personal statement about why you want to do the course and latest set of results and a reference and a photograph. Once that's all up there, you can pay a deposit once you've received an offer, which can happen over the next few weeks and months. But we always say apply early because last year we had 2,500 applicants for our 1,000 places. Payment of full fee guarantees your place, and then if you decide next September, October that you are taking up another option, you get a full refund except for that €30 deposit. So just a few final words this evening before I hand over to Orla O'D, who's going to take you through our courses, along with Maria McDonald, who will be our subject expert here on site in our panel. And our panel is anchored by Maeve Nemo and Derek Ball, our two guidance counsellors, who will take you through the progression options available on each of the courses. Just want to say, after 2 years of uncertainty, which many of you have endured on the Leaving Cert, whether you're coming back here as a mature student looking to upskill or an employee who wants to pick up skills for your chosen area of the future or changing career, all of that is available here. So why not spend a year here exploring all that? And then come May of next year, you have many different options and you have a whole set of skills in your arsenal. If you miss anything tonight, as I said at the beginning, it's all on opendcfe.ie, all our presentations there, all our backup information, and even the application process. Please follow us on our website, dunboynecollege.ie, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. As we've said here for the past 18 years, begin here, go anywhere. We hope you find what you're looking for here this evening, and we thank you very much for tuning in. As Henry Miller once said, our destination is never a place, but a new way of seeing things. Hopefully, whatever way you see things, whatever your destination is, whether it's to Dunboyne College or not, we hope that you reach the place that you want to be. So now, have a very good evening, and I hand over to Orla O'D.
Thanks, Dennis. So we'll now have a look through our array of courses on offer in our pre-university business department. So what is pre-university business? A one-year course is an ideal entry-level qualification for all aspects of the business world. There's a large demand for people with business skills in the world of work. It gives students an opportunity to study the area of sales and marketing, progress directly to either employment or third level. So marketing is a specialised area within the business world that could lead to a long and rewarding career. So some of the modules on offer, beginning with work experience in communications, accounting, marketing practice, business administration skills, applied economics, word processing, financial services, business law, mathematics, safety and health at work, and spreadsheet methods. And so we see a wide variety of courses on offer here, particularly courses like work experience in communications, which offer invaluable grounding experience in terms of practical applications for jobs and interpersonal communications. So many different progression routes available, from DCU business level 8, 3 to 4 years, Maynooth business level up to 8 as well, TU Dublin City Campus to level 8, and Maynooth Arts level also to level 8. Class trips are just one of the many benefits of our courses on offer, with of course a particular favourite to the Rye River Brewery for marketing students to get tips on their marketing strategy. Another example of trips would be one of the business law students to the criminal courts of justice. Again, an opportunity to really see firsthand what students are learning about in class in a very practical setting, and it makes the learning experience far more valuable to students. One particular testimonial from a previous student stated, "I was very interested in the modules we were studying, and all of that was down to the teachers. They engaged with the class, which made it more enjoyable overall. I used the work experience module to get into the area I wanted to progress to." And so again, we see an example of where the work experience module is invaluable to students to actually gain experience in their chosen area. So for business and accounting, we have business studies and business administration. So business studies, again, an ideal entry-level qualification for all aspects of the business world. There's a large demand for people in this area of employment. Gives students the opportunity to progress either directly into employment or a third-level education and into a QQI Level 6 certificate. Offers students various opportunities to gain skills in this very exciting area of business. They'll develop competencies needed for working in business environments such as administration, marketing, accounting, word processing, business law, and many more. Again, offering wonderful opportunities to develop those key skills necessary in any kind of employment in terms of communication, interview techniques, as well as interview planning. So a one-year course, business administration offers these opportunities to develop competencies needed in business environments like payroll, accounting, business law, taxation, business administration, marketing and word processing, and many more modules to choose from. Again, developing those skills essential in life, including CV preparation and job application. And students will always come back to us and tell us they felt far more confident in their interviews having done all of this preparation with their tutors in class. So the course content then, we look at taxation, payroll, marketing practice, accounting, business administration skills, word processing, applied economics, business law, mathematics, entrepreneurial skills, e-business and digital presentations. You can see what a wide variety is on offer to students. Progress routes would include then DCU, accounting and finance to level 8, 3 years, TU Dublin City Campus up to level 8 as well, 3 years, and Maynooth Arts to level 8 for 4 years. So pre-apprenticeship banking, insurance and financial services. So just a little bit about this course. It's aimed at those who wish to pursue a career in the banking, financial services or insurance sectors. Ireland is a global centre for financial service companies. Some progression routes, NCI, financial apprenticeship to level 7 or 8 with the Earn While You Learn programme. NCI business level 8 for 3 years. DCU accounting and finance level 8 also for 3 years. And TU Dublin Blanchardstown business level 8 for 4 years. So for insurance then, if we look at some of the modules on offer, applied economics, financial services, spreadsheet methods, maths, insurance and banking, taxation, safety and health, word processing and business administration. We also offer auctioneering valuation and estate agency. So what does this involve? This course prepares students for a career as an estate agent, property manager or property valuer. On completion of this course, students will be equipped with essential skills in auctioneering and estate agency. So what's involved in the course content? The following modules will be offered in 2022. Applied economics, marketing practice, business administration, business law, customer service, word processing, estate agency practice, valuation and mathematics. So there are many career opportunities in this area. Students will gain a licence enabling them to work as an auctioneer or estate agent, gain access to many third-level degree courses in universities and colleges throughout the country. So some higher education progression routes: TUD in Bolton Street, Property Economics, Level 8 for 4 years. TUD Bolton Street, Auctioneering, Valuation and Estate Agency to Level 7 for 3 years. LIT, Property Valuation and Marketing, Level 8 for 4 years. DKIT for Building Surveying, again Level 8 for 4 years. And WIT, Quality Surveying, Level 8, also for 4 years. So Legal and Medical Secretary Office Administration. What is Legal and Medical Secretary? Well, it's a one-year business course designed for students interested in pursuing a career in administration and reception. There's so many different office environments, including legal, medical, civil service, commercial and educational. There are modules like text production, reception, information and administration, providing graduates with key essential skills required by busy office environments. It's also a really excellent foundation for those wishing to pursue degree programmes in institutes of technology, universities, or to obtain a place on Level 6 business programmes. So the course content will be offered in 2022. Information and administration, reception and frontline office skills, text production, spreadsheet methods, medical terminology, word processing, legal practice and procedures, and audio transcription. So many different progression routes available, enabling employees and graduates to take up work in the business sector in areas like legal, medical, commercial, education and financial offices. So Maynooth with Arts Business up to Level 8, DKIT Front Office Level 6, DBS Legal and Business Studies to Level 7, TU Dublin Blanchardstown Business Level 8. So another example of a class trip to Google offices, again, something students would mention at the end of the year, how the trips really impacted their learning experience, and it really made it a memorable time for them in Dunboyne, but also enhanced the theoretical learning that they had on campus. So Office Business Accounts and Information Processing. What is Office Accounts Administration and Information Processing? It's a one-year course in office administration, offering students an opportunity to gain varied and invaluable skills required to work in this area of business and office admin. Students develop multiple competencies needed for working in varied business environments like payroll, bookkeeping, spreadsheets, restoring, retrieving and processing information, along with text production and word processing. So the following course content modules will be offered in 2022. Business administration skills, bookkeeping manual and computerised, word processing, spreadsheet methods, payroll manual and computerised, database methods, desktop publishing and information and communications systems. Some examples of progression routes: TU Dublin and Blanchardstown, Accounting and Finance to Level 7, TU Dublin City Campus, Accounting and Finance for Level 8, DKIT Business Studies Level 8, and Maynooth Arts with Business and Accounting Level 8. And we look at journalism, digital media and public relations. So what is journalism, digital media and public relations? It's a one-year course in journalism and digital media studies, teaching students the skills needed to be a modern journalist. So they're looking at work across various types of media, but they're still incorporating key theoretical concepts of journalism. So they learn to appreciate digital technology and use multiple platforms to deliver news stories, as well as engaging with a wide and varied public audience. So they're really covering all bases in this field. Course content includes writing skills for journalism, research skills, technical skills, public relations, radio programme production. Also includes media analysis, and so a very wide grounding for this particular course. So they'll also have opportunities to look at the digital end of digital marketing, image processing and word processing. So some progression routes here would be DCU, journalism to Level 8, TU Dublin City Campus, journalism again to Level 8, and Maynooth Media Studies to Level 8, along with DKIT, digital marketing and public relations to Level 7. But it's not just a theoretical learning experience, it's very much hands-on and practical. We have many different industry contexts where students will publish for local publications. It's a fantastic experience in terms of meeting deadlines, working to pressure, proofreading, and having the pleasure of looking at your own work in print. So it's very much a hands-on experience for our students. Moving on then to tourism and business. So what is tourism and business? A one-year entry-level course for those interested in developing skills in this growing tourism sector in Ireland. This particular programme has been designed to enable students to gain a broad understanding of the operations of the tourism industry and to facilitate their integration into the workplace or into further education and training. And so we see a sample photo of another class trip to the Battle of the Boyne Visitor Centre, where again students are going to actually put their theory into practice by assessing a tourist site in all of its elements. So what is tourism and business? It allows students to appreciate the opportunities presented by the web and e-business to successfully market products and services. It also gives students an opportunity to study the area of tourism and travel, both from the technology skills required and from the tourist industry perspective. And so this qualification can be used to progress to certificate and degree programmes in IT colleges or universities, particularly in business faculties. So some of the course content on offer would be business administration skills, marketing practice, tourism information and administration, tourism principles and practice, customer service, reception and frontline office skills, safety and health at work, word processing, accounting, manual and computerised, also a language option, and a hospitality and accommodation techniques. So it's an incredibly varied selection of modules, which are tremendously beneficial to students in this area. And so some progression routes include TU Dublin City Campus, Tourism Management Level 7 or Tourism Marketing Level 8. TU Dublin Tala, International Hospitality and Tourism Management Level 8, DKIT, Hospitality Management Level 7, and NUIG, Business Studies in International Hotel Management to Level 8. And so finally, we see a picture of another class trip to Newgrange, where again students went to put all of their learning into practice, as well as furthering their bond with fellow classmates, and again creating a truly memorable educational experience. And with that is the end of our presentation. And so I'll pass you over now to the members of the panel for questions.
Thanks, Orla. So I'm Maeve Nimmo, and along with my colleague Derek Ball, we're guidance counsellors in the college, and our colleague Maria MacDonald, we're going to answer questions for you that you come in with. So please put them into the chat there so that we can answer all your queries for you. So Maria, when students look at some of our modules, they will be, I suppose, concerned a little bit around the area of, maybe economics as a subject, and maybe a little bit worried about what that might involve. If they haven't done it before in school, and maybe the difficulty and whether it might be a mandatory subject for them. Maybe you might talk to us a little bit about that.
And the real interesting fact there, Maeve, is that it gives students a sense of confidence when they take on a new subject that they've never studied in the past. And actually it becomes a subject that they really like and they excel in quite quickly. So that in itself gives them that confidence boost and sets them off for their journey in Dunboyne College.
True.
Maria, there's a couple of comments coming in there around the possibility of gaining work experience, particularly in the whole business sector. Students are saying that it'd be so important to gain experience out there in the business world. Is it possible for students to gain work experience during the business course?
It absolutely is, Derek, possible for students to gain work experience. And we here at Dunboyne College have developed fantastic links with industry. And we have a dedicated committee as well that work on developing and maintaining those relationships with industry. So there is absolutely no issue with students getting work experience. And a lot of our students, in fact, work part-time. So a lot of the time they can use those part-time jobs for their work experience. But apart from that, we do have great ties, we have great connections. And what surprises me every year is that we have more and more companies, for example, IBM this year, wishing to work with us and to take students out to their campus and show them around and show them a day in the life of an IBM worker, and also show students the type of skills and competencies that they look for in new candidates starting with them.
It's also a great advantage for students, one, to get it on their CV, and then, they're building links for potential employment after their final course as well.
There's absolutely no doubt. We've had a couple of students that studied here with us in Dunboyne College, and as a result of getting some experience in very well-known companies such as PayPal and Google, as a result of that work experience placement, they were able to excel in their career. And we've had a couple of older students come back to us actually in this year and say that as a result of those work placements, they were able to get fantastic careers with Microsoft and also with PayPal.
And what would you say to students about around their timetable, for school students that are coming out from a school timetable that have 5 days a week? What might the timetable look like on some of our courses for students? How many days would they be in, or how many subjects would they do?
Well, our students are very lucky indeed, because the maximum number of days that they would do in the college would be 4, or in some cases 3. And this will all depend, Maeve, on the actual timetable that they will receive within a couple of weeks of starting. So they can actually continue to work easily on their part-time jobs, and there's a lot of time there for study for exams and also for preparation for assignments. So there's absolutely no issue there. They have a lot of flexibility, and students tend to love that.
Brilliant, thank you.
Maria, there's a couple of students there. They're obviously looking at our new prospectus, and they're seeing that we offer languages, French and Spanish, in some of our business courses. And they're asking, are those languages mandatory or are they electives?
Muy bien, Derek. They are actually not mandatory, so it's absolutely a choice for students. And we tend to find that a lot of the students that wish to take a foreign language have already studied it in secondary school. In fact, we require that they have it studied up until the Leaving Cert, because we start off at a certain level where we assume that the basic elements such as grammar and conjugation, basic vocabulary have been achieved. And then we focus more so on culture and work life within those languages. So it's not mandatory, but I would recommend students, if they're thinking of if they've any desire to take on a language, that they should try it. As we said with the applied economics earlier, Maeve, it's not a deterrent. In fact, many students love it.
And I suppose the same is nearly the case with the maths as well. In some business areas of degrees that students wish to progress on to, maths is often needed on some business courses, like the international language might be a requirement for the actual progression onto the next degree. And that's something to bear in mind. And, we offer here maths on the business courses. And like that, it's not a mandatory subject, but it is something that Derek and I help students with in terms of whether they need that to apply for their next degree. And also then, this is an area in terms of progression that can be used from the Leaving Certificate. So we're often asked about, progression and the difference between what is a PLC course, does it add to your Leaving Cert points? And they are 2 separate sets of results. They do give you 2 pathways to access a degree in the future. Maths is an area that can be brought over from the Leaving Cert. So if you do have your Leaving Certificate maths at a certain level, you can use that as part of your application to a degree going forward. And then again, if you don't have the maths, you can use it here as our maths as well in the QQI maths.
I suppose similarly with the third languages as well, when students are applying as Leaving Certs into college, some colleges have a minimum entry requirement of a third language. That changes when they're applying as a further ed student, and for most courses that third level language requirement or minimum entry requirement is actually gone when you're applying as a further ed student.
Of course, except for something that might be actually studying a language instead. Yeah, exactly. Question coming in there around the application process as well, and that our application process is open now. You want to talk a little bit about the application process, Derek?
This year we have, as Dennis mentioned earlier on, we have 2 ways of applying for further ed this year. This year, for the first time, it's on the CAO application process. They've introduced it this year, but it's only an introductory year. The other way of applying is our traditional way through our website, and I suppose we would advise you to apply through the website. It's more direct. Go on to www.dunboynecollege.ie. You'll see the big red button up in the right-hand corner saying apply now. Just click on that, fill in the form, and our admissions department will get back to you within a week of your application being been received. Traditionally, we would hold interviews in January, but obviously because of COVID, we can't hold those interviews. So this year, we're asking you to send in 4 supplementary pieces of information. We're asking you to do a personal statement, a recent photograph, a reference from your school, and a copy of a recent set of results. In relation to the personal statement, don't be worrying or getting too anxious over it. It's 150 words stating why you want to come to Dunboyne College, why you want to do that particular course, maybe talk about the modules you're interested in and what you'd like to do in the future. Your recent photograph, just take it on your phone and upload it. A reference from the school, and then your recent set of results. We know a lot of you are only doing mocks at the moment, so you might want to just send in summer results from the end of 5th year or whatever your most recent set of results is. Within a couple of weeks, the admissions department will get back to you, hopefully offering your place, and on payment of a deposit that secures your place on that course. We're well aware that a lot of you will apply for Dunboyne as a first choice, and a lot of you will also apply for it as a backup plan. If you don't take up the course, you will get your deposit back, less a €30 administration fee. And just remember, as Dennis said at the start there, the last couple of years we've had over 2,500 applications for our 1,000 places. So I suppose our advice to you is to get in there as quickly as possible and get your application in, and you'll have that sorted and you can put it on the shelf and you're all sorted then to concentrate on your Leaving Cert.
And I suppose one thing to notice as well when you're making your application is that you do get a first, second and third choice. And if you apply early, you will generally get your first choice. And if you leave it till later, you may not get the first choice because a lot of the courses do fill up very fast. So it is our advice, to make that application, have it secured for yourself. There's also, if some of our courses in some of the departments and in business also, there is some similarity between some of our courses, and you might be between 2 of the courses and unsure which to put in your first, second or third choice. Don't worry too much about that, because when you start the course in September with us, we do have flexibility. So we often have students that will come into us or referred over to us and aren't happy with their choice, of course. And we talk to them in depth around why that is and what might be a better match for them. And we have flexibility and we move students around all the time until about the midterm break. So don't worry too much about, trying to decide. Just get your application open is really the best thing for you.
I suppose maybe they're all the advantages of further ed. And just to add to that as well, if you do decide on a particular course, there is actually great transferability in further education. So let's just say you did take up business studies and during the year you decided it wasn't for you. That's actually okay. Some students think that's a bad thing or it's a failure. It's not. No matter what course you complete at Dunboyne College, it's really about just completing the course and getting through it and getting your full award. When you're reapplying through the CEO and extra, you can actually apply for courses in different faculties in different universities. So just because you're doing business, it doesn't mean you're stuck in the business route. Or if you're doing law, or if you're doing nursing, it doesn't mean you have to stay in that route. You can transfer, when you're going to third level, you can transfer into different faculties or onto different courses.
I'm sure, Maria, you've often had students in the past that have, been in your classes and then have not enjoyed the course fully and have decided that it's not for them and they've gone off and done different things. I know certainly I've had students in the past, a girl jumps to mind that was studying social care and went on to do business studies in Blanchardstown with her set of results from social care, and I'm sure you have examples of the same.
That's very true, Maeve. In fact, in the number of years that I've been working in Dunboyne College, we've seen a number of students that may have embarked on an IT course. I tend to work in the business department and the IT department. And while some students starting off might think they have all the requisite skills for an IT course, they quickly realise after a number of weeks and possibly a couple of months that perhaps they would be more suited to a course in business studies. And as Derek quite rightly mentioned, it's not a failure on the part of the student at all. In fact, we recognise it as an excellent point if they can see that actually it's not for them and their skills will be better suited in another area. So it does happen, it's common enough, and we say better late than ever that they change and find themselves in a course that they're a lot happier in.
Exactly. And this actually is one of the reasons why students should come to a further education course. It helps for you to figure out which course is for you. There is a huge issue currently with students that go straight into university degrees and students that are coming out of the degree in first year because they're not prepared for what it is. Oftentimes they get to the degree and realise, oh my God, this isn't what I thought it was. Where a further education course for a year gives you that area to try out. And then if it's not for you, you're certainly not going to embark on a whole long degree in it. You're only going to embark on the degree if you know at that point that it's for you, and at that stage then you're going to continue with your degree. But in the meantime, your set of results that you get from your further education course is extremely valuable to you because of all the learning that's involved, because a further education course is very similar to your first year on a degree, so it's a great third level preparation course for you as well. So there's many reasons why students want to come to further education.
There's been so many articles in the last couple of weeks in all different forms of media all about the advantages and benefits of further ed. And even you had DCU there before Christmas announcing that students who complete a further ed course have a 25% better chance of gaining their level 8 degree. And they doubled the amount of courses accepting further ed progression as a result of that. So it just shows the importance and the relevance of further ed for a third level.
And it makes sense, if you try out something and you know what's involved in a course, you're not going to drop out of a degree, then a longer degree in that area as well. So it makes a lot of sense.
I think it eases. Sorry, Derek. I think also it eases them into that mode of learning. They're kind of moving into a third level scenario, and the full year with the 3 days or 4 days on their timetable, it eases them in and prepares them for that level 8 degree. So I totally agree with that.
There's a question coming in there around what supports are available for students. Is it the same as third level? Delighted to say we have such strong student support services here in Dunboyne College and further ed. Exact same as you would get in any third level institute. You have everything from academic support, which is open to all students in the college. They can book an appointment to get assistance with their assignments, reading briefs, referencing, all that kind of stuff. We have a counselling service with myself and Maeve to help you with progression onto third level, seeking employment or even personal counselling. IT support to help you with all your laptops and your Moodle packages and all that. Class mentors to every course to help you through the year. They'll guide you and keep you on the right track. We have a very active learning hub, and we have library and computer facilities. I think we've actually come to the end of our time there for Q&A. Thanks a million for all the questions that came in there. And just to say that all the information we spoke about is on our website and lots more. But also you can email myself and Maeve directly. You'll see our email addresses on the college website. Please don't hesitate to contact us if you have any questions around courses, progression, college life, or filling in your application form. Thanks a million.
Thanks very much indeed.